best defense systems.
The scale of destruction was almost absolute.
Volcanoes that kill millions.
You don't want to get caught in one of these blows because you'll simultaneously burn, suffocate, and crumble to death.
You may be an ambassador to the Commonwealth. You may like to gamble. You might like to dance. You may be the heavyweight champion of the world. You may be a socialite with a long string of pearls, but you're gonna have to serve somebody. Yes, indeed, you're gonna have to serve somebody. Serve somebody. Serve somebody. Yes, you're gonna have to serve somebody. Serve somebody. Well, it may be the devil, or it may be the Lord.
I speak unto thee this day, and I say, where are the ones, where have they been, the ones who were meant to take up a lamentation before me? That is, the ones who were meant to intercede, who were meant to cry out, who were meant to beseech me that I, the living God, would not have to move by my wrath. I say, where are the ones? I say, they were not with me. I say, they were not hidden in me. They were not crying unto me. They were not desirous of my move in their lives. But I say, instead, they abandoned the calling. They abandoned the lamentation. They abandoned the purpose that I had for them. And I say, instead, they went a-whoring after the ways of the heathen. I say, they joined the troop of harlots. Now I say that the land is on the verge of ruination. For I say that men have given themselves to every abomination, every vileness, every corruption and sin. And I say that men are far from me. They are far distant from the truth, the light, the strength that I would provide. I say they have gone in a way that has only kindled my wrath, my fury, my indignation against them, and I say that I'm bringing forth the same. And I say there is none to lament, there is none to cry out even now. For I say that so many who should have taken the position of standing in the gap instead went to stand before those they thought were the great ones who were merely liars. That is, they went to see the great ones who stood in proud array, who exalted themselves, who boasted of how great they are. And I say in the process their hearts were estranged from me. I say they refused to cry out unto me. Now I say that the land is in ruination, and it will be total devastation because of the wrath that I have against the same. I say you are living in a time when men have grown so dull, so thick, so dumb, and I say that they love it so. For I say they think they have no accountability, responsibility before me as they go on in their pagan way. That is, even though they claim that they are my people, their hearts are far from me. For I say they've gone a-whoring after the ways of the heathen, and of course they are loving it so. I say that I, the living God, never ever intended that my own people would be behaving as harlots, would be behaving as fools, would be wanton and careless before me. But I say that I've intended that the ones who are claiming to be my people would be sober-minded, walking uprightly in me. I say in this wicked, perverse, and vile generation, if the ones who were called to lament would have done what it is that I desired of them, then I, the living God, would not have to ventilate in my wrath. Because men would have seen the error of their way, they would have repented unto me. But I say that none has repented, but only grown more belligerent in their rebellion against me. That is, you are living in a time of belligerent fools, when men have followed after folly, pursued the course of vanity, and loved it so. That is, they have gone in the way of the wayward, the way of the foolish, and even those declaring that they are my people have been proven to be fools. For I say they think themselves clever to address themselves, to act out the ways of the heathen in their own lives. And I say all the while they are proving that they are indeed disagreeable unto me. I say this day that I, the living God, never called thee to go in the way of the heathen, to be taken in the way of fools. That is, to address yourself as though you are a pagan and put on the mannerisms of the same. Yet I say there are multitudes in this wayward, rebellious, and foolish generation who claim my name and exhibit themselves as pagan. That is, they think they can have the best of two worlds, but I say that it is not true. For I say it is me, the living God, who is jealous, and all who will claim that they are my people must be willing to walk uprightly in me. That is, they must be willing to walk in the way that is truth and life, the way that is mercy and hope, and the way that is peace provided. That is, they must be willing to come forth in that which I, the living God, have determined, that which I ordain. For I say, if men will be claiming that they are mine, then they must indeed walk uprightly in me. But I say, when men will be giving themselves in their exhibitions, in their behaviors, in their proud displays to the ways that are pagan, I say that they will be treated as pagan. For I say, it is me, the living God, who will give unto them the cup of wrath and fury and indignation that is daily poured out upon the pagan nations. For I say, when nations have forgotten me, when they have gone a-whoring after that which I have forbidden unto the sons of men, and I say they find their joy in the same, then I say they receive the reward of the wayward. That is, they are judged as pagan, treated as pagan, and they receive the reward of the same. I say this day, where are the ones who are meant to cry out, to lament over the sins of the nation? I say, where are the ones who are meant to see with sorrow-filled eyes that many have failed and transgressed against me? I say, where are the ones who will cry out in the intercessor's prayer for me, the living God, to hold back my wrath? I say, they have all gone a-whoring, they have estranged themselves on me. For I say, daily they have eaten of dainties, they have partaken of the vanities, they have been caught up in the stupidities of those who claim they are mine. That is, they have ogled the eye, they have strained the neck to look upon the Babylonian stars who present themselves in proud array. That is, they have come under the spell of the spellcasters, the deceivers, those who are false prophets and liars who claim they know me. And I say that all have been led away, led astray from me. Now stop and consider that I, the living God, never called thee to walk afar off. I never called thee to go a-whoring after the ways of the heathen and claim you are serving me. That is, I never called thee to be as a trinketer, that is, the ones who are strutting themselves in proud array. I never called thee to be as the foolish who put on big shows and big words to be seen, to be heard, to be approved of men. But all the while their hearts are far from me, because they have chosen to serve other gods. Now I say that I, the living God, would indeed withhold my wrath, my fury, my indignation, had men cried out unto me and lamented the sins. But I say that the ones who were called to stay sober with me are drunken likewise. That is, they are intoxicated, they are staggering fools, and I say they sway under the same. That is, under the Babylonian wine that all have partaken of in this wicked generation. I say, it is me, the living God, who kept my prophets unto myself for this hour to cry out, to cry out, to cry out, to display my wrath. That is, to declare that the time of my wrath is at hand, and vengeance is mine. And I say that I, the living God, did give season after season after season for men to repent, but I say they refuse to do so. I say they only wax bolder and older in their whoredom, in their debauchery and drunkenness, and their lack of respect towards me. I say that I, the living God, am not mocked, and when men will choose the way of fools, I say they reap the reward of the same. And I say that as fools that will drink the full cup of my wrath, then come back for more. For I say they have grown so stubborn, so proud, so hateful, and willful in their disobedience towards me, I say they are worthy of death. And I say all the while, it is me, the living God, who is releasing my wrath upon the fools, that they receive the fool's reward. And I say likewise, there will be multitudes who are swept away in the river of wrath and fury and indignation that I pour forth. For I say it is the time that I, the living God, am thoroughly sickened, disgusted, and put aside by the multitude who claim they are mine. And I say, because they have not indeed taken up a lamentation, that I, the living God, am bringing forth my wrath upon the nation in full fury. And I say, from end to end, from coast to coast, from top to bottom, that men will know the same. That is, they will know the cup of my wrath poured forth upon the rebellious, the hateful, the ones who have chosen to oppose me and live in disobedience towards me. For I say, it is me, the living God, who is indeed bringing forth my vindication, and I say that I love it so. For I say that I love to cleanse the land of evildoers, of wicked persons, of those whose hearts are hard towards me. For I say, it is me, the living God, who sought for a man to stand in the gap, and I must admit I found none. For I say that all had turned aside to take up the way of the Babylonian drunkards, the Babylonian whores whose hearts were far from me. And I say that all had turned aside to join in the party of deceit and conceit and pride and contempt towards me. I say this day that I, the living God, do look for those who will indeed be faithful and true unto me, that I may withhold the cup of my wrath from them. But I say, in this wicked generation they are few and far between, because the majority has played the whore on me. That is, they have committed themselves to whoredom and wine. They have committed themselves to spiritual adultery and fornication with demons, and I say that they love it so. For I say, they are seeking for thrills, they are seeking for excitement, they are not seeking for me. And I say that any old fool that comes along and tells them lies, I say they lap up the same. For I say they are as dumb and stupid women, ever waiting to be deceived, beguiled, and taken advantage of. And I say they will believe every lover that comes along and fills their ears with lies. And I say they will open themselves up to receive the seed of demons, and I say that they love it so. I say this day that I, the living God, do see the multiplied transgressions. I say that I do see the adulterous sins that my own people have committed against me. And I say that they will indeed receive their just reward through the retribution that I bring forth. And I say that the nation that is thoroughly pagan and is gone a-whoring after pagan ways will receive the justice that I, the living God, do have in store. And I say, for all of the bloodshed, the violence, the iniquity, the lying deceit that has been put forth, that I, the living God, will repay. That is, I will repay the deeds of iniquity, the deeds of corruption, the murder, the violence, the shedding of innocent blood. I say that I will bring to naught the counsel of those who think they are men of wisdom and women of truth. For I say they are all liars and deceivers who are out for their own gain. And I say that those who think they remain in authority forever will find themselves likewise in ruination. For I say it is me, the living God, who will indeed bring down the proud, the haughty, the high-minded, who have strutted and boasted against me. And I say that it will indeed be the simplest of foolish mistakes that will hang them, so to say. For I say that I, the living God, am bringing down the proud, the haughty, and I say that they will not be able to cover their foolishness in my sight. For I say it is me, the living God, who will bring them to naught and cause them to grovel in the dust. And it is me, the living God, who will continue to level, to bring down the proud, the haughty, who have strutted, boasted, and thought they remain forever in arrogance against me. I say, therefore, this day be thankful that I, the living God, am the one ever present to lead, to guide the ones who humble themselves unto me. And I say, if I, the living God, do put it upon thee to repent and repent and repent and lament over the sins of a nation, of a city, of even your own family or your own way, I say, be quick to do the same. I say, do not resist when I, the living God, desire to give thee mercy, but I say, be thankful for the same. But I say, how few they are who will hear me when I call. That is, how few they are who will hear me when I cry out unto them to repent, to lament over the sins that are raging in the land. I say this day that I, the living God, have called thee to be thankful, to be ever purpose, directed, and guided by me. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that it is me, the living God, who does give thee truth and life, strength and hope and mercy always. For I say, if you will be considering the multiplied mercies that I give thee, and be ever thankful for the same, I say that I, the living God, will never cease to give the same unto thee. And I say that I will not cease to bring thee forth, to cause thee to know what it is to be uplifted, directed, and guided in life. For I say there are many who will be under the depth, the darkness of my wrath in this wicked, perverse, and vile generation. But I say you can be in the light if you are desirous of me.